the root which causes the maximum anger. Others are onions, ginger, the hot spices, the Indian and the Asian spices, and things like that. It's best not to, if you want to avoid, but you still desire to eat these things, that's not going to work. What you may want to do is reduce the quantities, not eat them every day, for example, or eat them every day, but maybe not as much as you did before. Reduce the quantities of these foods and spices, and when you eat, balance them out with the cooler foods. The best example of a cool food, I know many ladies don't like yogurts, but if you can eat yogurts, organic whole yogurts, they are the best. Take an unflavored one. Or if you don't like it without flavor, take a flavored one. But yogurts are the best coolant. You eat yogurt when you eat the spices and hot foods, and it balances them out. It immediately gives a cooling sensation inside of you. Now, there are other kinds of cool food too, like cucumber. Anyway, you can research those on the web, but I just wanted to get the point across. Anger can also come due to uh, the ladies the females, they experience these cycles, but it's best to follow the guidelines, um, uh, which I shouldn't call them guidelines, the pointers I gave earlier, the foods, uh, satisfying the desires and the lust part and all those things. Another thing is, nobody wants anyone else to control them. However, if you are angry, it's most likely due to someone else or something else, or your own, desires, which are again caused by a thing or, something like that. Now, nobody wants anyone to control them. Everybody wants to be in control of themselves. But guess what? If you are angry, you are giving control to the other person or thing that's making you angry, or who's making you angry. They have become your master, at least for that period of time when you are angry. Now, do you want that? Most probably not. So next time you become angry, remember that. You are giving the remote control to someone else, and you don't want that, do you? Um, the other things, the best thing to control, you know, to get a control over anger over a long period of time, it won't happen overnight, is through meditation. Meditation done the right way. The right way. I will probably talk about this sometime else, the right way. But let's leave it at that for now. But meditation done the right way. It helps a lot. It calms you down. It certainly does calm you down. Oh, by the way, I forgot another thing about anger. Anger, when you are angry, you breathe faster. When you breathe faster, you are shortening your lifespan. And also, you are setting yourself up for, a lot of ailments like hypertension, heart disease, and you're stressing yourself out. Nobody wants these kind of things. So remember that, most people realize these things, but when they get angry, they forget these things. So it's best to listen from someone else these things over and over again. And if you listen from someone else, they stay in your head. and you listen over and over again, they become part of you. So the next time you experience anger, you know, for example, uh, you might remember these things which I'm talking about, and you might, you might become angry, but you might become in control of yourself very fast and not cause any problem for you, because most likely the actions taken during the period of anger, when you're angry, are done with a, with a clouded judgment. You are not uh, in, your best frame of mind at that point of time, and they're most likely going to be something which you might end up regretting later. So, you know remember that. The another thing which helps control anger is being in the company of people who don't make you angry, who help you remain calm, cool, and more in touch with yourself. The what I call as, like-minded people. And they might not have they don't have to be spiritual. If they're spiritual and like-minded, that's even better, but not it's not necessary. But it's always better they're like-minded and they themselves are calm and cool. If you stay around hot, angry people all the time or some of the time, you will get the infection from them. You will, it's the vibrations in the air are different around cooler and calmer people than around, more hot and more prone to anger people. So remember that. What else? Meditation, I talked about. Satsang. Satsang is the company of spiritual like-minded people. We just talked about like-minded people. Let's go a step further. Satsang is discussion of God, spirituality, how to grow. If you are in environments where there's a discussion about God, about how to become a better person, about reading some spiritual text by some enlightened master,